Good morning.
Good morning, Chopper.
How you doing?
Morning, Beth.
Morning. You look pretty today.
Thank you. Early meeting.
Yeah, same hair, but you look prettier.
Oh, you look very pretty.
You both look marvelous.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You look pretty too, Chopper.
Thanks. I tried.
Morning, David.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good morning.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Beth. Hey, Chopper.
Good morning, David. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
Good, Vandella. How are you?
It's Marlene Howard.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Marlene Howard.
okay.
There's 6 people on, and I see 4 faces. I don't see your face.
I know. I just woke up so late this morning. So
Understood. No problem. We'll forgive you.
We're all family here. You don't have to have makeup on.
you look
That's right.
gorgeous this morning.
Look, Rob's casual. You can be
Oh,
casual. I'm
thanks.
casual.
Yeah, right.
Today I do have makeup on, but usually on these calls I don't.
I know. You just ran a marathon. You're going to go show a $10 million house. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
All day.
That
Well,
would
I
be
use
great.
the old. I put glasses on, and then you can't tell if I have makeup on or not.
That's the trick.
All good.
Vandella, you look so serious with your picture there. I love it. So today I wanted to talk about, for those of us who are hearing stuff about the Compass, the private listing, what they're doing, where that lands. I want to have a conversation about that. Has anybody, I know Eric Pruitt has come to me a few times in Palm Beach Gardens with clients that have said, oh, the Zillow or the Compass 3-step marketing plan, and they sell them on not building up days on markets while they do price discovery and whatnot. Has anyone else had any competition with that? Any pushback? Any thoughts?
I had a client in Lakewood Ranch talk about it. They hear whether it's a competing agent on a listing appointment or they hear it at the food store. The Compass is doing a really good job about stirring the pot and sharing private exclusives and how they're going to change the industry. And I think, corporate for us needs to do something to respond because there's very few. If Compass goes in there over here, they're taking care of this market. They're now outbeating Sotheby's. They're outbeating Michael Saunders, at least in my market.
Mr. Pruitt, I just mentioned your name. How are you?
Great. My ears were itching, so I go, I better get on that thing. I bet Rob just mentioned my name. Sorry I was late.
No worries. So, Eric, I know probably 2 months or so back, you talked to me about this proposition that they have. Has that been more prevalent, or is it kind of settled down? What have you seen in your market?
Yeah, they're getting listings. So I just literally just came on. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the 3-step marketing where they keep it on their private listing network for a period of time. They claim to avoid days on market.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really focus on it. So, I know it's working. They're doing it, but I don't see it till it actually hits the MLS.
But have you lost anything as a result of a client telling you that, hey, Eric, I like what you had, but Compass sold me on this price discovery private listing period?
No.
Okay.
Because I explained to him how it doesn't work. I say, just think logically, Mr. Seller. There's only one way possible to get the highest possible price for your home in any market, any product, and that's to expose it to many buyers as possible, not to limit it to a certain few that they have in their pocket. And that most people.
That's awesome.
That's what's his name? It's a script right of what was the old guy's name who sold those great scripts? Forgot his name.
Mike Ferry?
No, he's I don't know, come to me. I'm 60. I just turned 68 the other day, so it's freaking
Happy belated.
Birthday.
Thank you.
And that doesn't, I mean, I think a lot of, like Howard Britton, all those people used to say the same stuff about, only way to know is if you haven't exposed to the market. I think, I believe, and I have not tremendous inside knowledge, but I have some knowledge that the attorneys that did Sitzer Burnett are waiting for the class to build up, Eric, and are considering a class action lawsuit against Compass.
Oh, that'd be
Oh, I think
awesome.
that would, I think it's well warranted. I'll tell you that. If
So,
anything's self-serving, it's that one.
right. So right now the class is there's approximately 7,000 active listings in the Compass network using this scheme. And they probably want to get that number built up larger so that they can have a class action litigation against Compass for you know, misleading like it's a self-serving play, right? And the attorney
Yes.
said that this is a slam dunk to prove because the data shows that when properties are exposed, they sell for significantly higher than on these private listing networks. And Compass has already been trying to play some word gymnastics by saying that only 6% of the exclusive listings sell during that exclusive period, which I think is manipulated. In other words, what I think they do is I think they connect with a buyer and then they put it on the MLS just to get more buyers and say that it was exposed to the MLS because I believe it's bigger than 6%. But I know the attorneys are circling the wagons and hopefully they'll create a class and go after this. So I wanted to just kind of
But you know,
share.
Rob, it just goes to show you the average real estate agent today only sells about 4 or 5 or 6% of their own listings anyways. So it is no different. They're just being able to trying to double dip more of them.
Well, the other thing, Eric, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the buyers. If you look at it,
Right.
so they're trying to do two things. They're trying to get the buyers from these exclusive listings, right? Putting a sign out this exclusive. And they're trying to also tie buyers into the buyer's agency agreements by saying, you sign a
Oh,
buyer's
yeah.
agency agreement with me, we give you access to the MLS plus this exclusive inventory. So the web is a little bit more convoluted, Eric, than it just appears on the surface. And I think we're in a pretty the first hurdle is them suing Zillow now to get their listing syndicated, which is like two thieves, right? At a gunfight. Thinking about who's gonna everybody wants to take our clients, right? So I think my own opinion is I think Zillow probably has the right to discriminate and not put those listings on if they've basically blackballed them because of that practice. Because the MLSs do that and it's a voluntary membership to the MLS. So if we join an MLS, we agree to put it into the MLS within 24 to 48 hours in most MLSs, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
And if we don't, we get paid a fine. We get hit with a fine by most of them. I know we all probably hate that rule, but you want to make sure that all of our peers put their listings in so that the MLS stays relevant. Because if nobody follows the rules, then the whole MLS breaks down, right? It's like I give you mine, but you don't give me yours, and the system doesn't work. So I think that same principle is going to give Zillow the tailwind to prevail in this, litigation. And I have no idea whether this is in the normal courts or whether it's in like a chancery division to try to get expedited decision. I would hope it's in chancery because I do think it's a pretty simple call. So, and I've also I've noticed I've done some research on even the Northeast listing trends. And we probably have been, adding about 15% to our listing inventory per month for the past 3 to 4 months in most of the Northeast states. So that means that, for example, New Jersey and Massachusetts, are probably up 30 to 40% in active listings now than they were 3 months ago. So the pendulum is starting to swing. Certainly still probably a seller's market in most areas, but it is moving. And I also wanted to present to the group something that I hate, but I think is necessary to do is, we are recruiting a lot of agents, and we were introduced to a program through Zillow called Showcase, which is kind of like stepping ahead of others. And I wanted to give you a preview before. Is the other meeting tomorrow, Adona?
Yes, we haven't sent the invite out yet, but it's tomorrow.
Right. So basically anybody with 10 listings or more will get an invite from your local general manager or manager, just making you aware of it. And Zillow has a program where your listings can get what they call showcased. Of course, it's a monetary decision. The benefit to it, and for somebody like Eric in Palm Beach Gardens, where maybe the marketing time for listings is it over 45 days now, Eric?
Yeah, it's ticking up there.
So this product is a flat fee, and it's based upon our primary demographic, which is New Jersey. And we can use it in all of our markets, including Arizona and Florida and Pennsylvania. And it's a listing enhancement that goes for the life of the listing. So if your listing takes 6 months to sell, you have a branding, and you might even get some direct buyer leads from 2 mechanisms. One being, if you put it as a coming soon legitimately, right, you have that 7 to 14 day window depending on your MLS. Anybody sees it when it first hits the market on Zillow. The only way that they can get information is by clicking contact agent, not request showing. So you would get those leads. And then after it goes live, one of the big complaints we have is when you go onto your listing, you don't see it. And I'm going to just give you I'm going to show you hopefully a successful demo here. Let's see, Zillow. I know how I can do it. We go to Eric. What area you want me to look? Palm Beach Gardens.
Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay. We have the open houses. Let's see if they have any showcases. So here's some that are showcased. Here's a 1.9 in Palm Beach Gardens. And if you look at this listing, you'll see that you have Michael's information here displayed below the photos. And if you go to a normal listing, do you have any actives in Palm Beach Gardens, Eric? Or just give me one of your active listing addresses.
The hell, I can't even think right now.
Lynn, you want to give me one if you have one?
Mine,
Yeah.
17902 Milburn Way. Oh, that one under contract, will that still show?
No, you have any active ones or no?
Yeah, 10402 Stonebridge Boulevard.
We've had Showcase for a while here. Didn't really seem to do much for us. I mean, it's been out, I think, came to the public in 23, like 2 summers ago. Is it
Yeah,
just
no.
showing in the Northeast now?
No. So it's been out It's been out, but we were, I'll explain to you in a second. So here, if you look here, there's no branding for Lynn. Whereas over here, in this one here, you kind of see Michael's information. It's a little bit more prominent to contact Michael. Whereas here, request a tour is going to go to a paid agent. So,
Do you know what the flat fee is?
so it ranges, I think it would be $750 for us in New Jersey, and I think we can get it down to like in the like slightly under $5 on this, and it would be open for the life of the listing.
So it's 500
And
per unit.
yeah, it's
Rob,
yes.
I
That's what-
just I would like to add this as well. In order for you to get showcased, you must use a photographer that's already approved by Zillow. For New Jersey, it's Cinema Flight. So if you've ever worked with them, you're good to go. But just so you know, it's not like you can upload your own photos that you use the local photographer. It has to be approved by Zillow in order to showcase.
Yeah.
In
So
Florida, there's an actual camera that they add to every package. So whatever photography company you use or drone company, they have another like a 360 camera. It's not the Matterport, but they always add that they have to use a specific Zillow approved camera here. And it started as low as $250. It's gone up to as much as $1,000 a month per listing.
I mean, $1,000 per listing to do it, not per month, right? Just per listing.
That's $1,000 is
grand.
if you get their super deluxe package with drone and yeah, they have Zillow Media Services, and that's the photography service.
So I'm not like I'm not here to sell this product. As a matter of fact, Donna and I have batted Carmelo away multiple times. And the only reason that's even coming to the forefront is the ability to have like a discounted contract price is just made available where we can do it in New Jersey, and we can then share, like we'd have to make a commitment to them for
6 months. At
we have,
least.
it was at 21 during the 6-month period, right?
Yeah, and the only reason why Rob and I are considering, especially for New Jersey, is now with the whole mansion tax, this is not it's not gonna whatsoever help you get more leads. It's just a marketing tool for you to use with your sellers, with especially, I mean, it doesn't really matter the price, the property price, but in case you're struggling to get those over $1 million listings, this is a tool that you can possibly use to tell your sellers, hey, I'm gonna do this extra marketing tactic to get more buyers for your
Well,
for your listing.
Have any of you gotten any free Zillow leads in 2025?
No,
Yeah.
but I've gotten referrals through Zillow,
What do you mean a referral?
non-Remax agents.
Okay, but I mean like a lead on your listing. So Carmelo
Oh
showed
yeah, I
us.
did. I have. Now
So
that
you got to lead. So one out of, we have about 12 people on here. He showed us some agents that have used it, and they're getting between 1 and 3 leads off of it during the life of the listing. And if we put it on higher price listings, a Zillow lead's costing us $1,200. If we can buy this for sub 500, you'll get 1 to 3 leads. You'll get the increased exposure. And if marketing times are now expanding, right, the value of the product is greater, because during the coming soon period, there's a contact agent button, and that's when most people see it. So I think you're going to get some buyer leads. You're going to get some additional exposure where your face and your branding will be next to your listings, and it will be life of listing. So if it takes 6 months or a year for super high price stuff, that would be something that you can do. The downside to Remax Select is we have to make a contract for, I think it's 21 listings per month in order to get the discount. So we have, 700 agents, 900 agents, whatever it is. So I think it shouldn't be a super stretch, but we don't want to be eating the cost of this because we did a contract to save, 275 bucks or something like that per agent. So just by way of thought, does anybody have no interest in it? Zillow go away, tell me that.
Rob, like David, been looking at this for the last couple of years. So the immediate drawback to me was things were selling rather quickly. I can understand to make it a differentiator when you're doing a high-end listing. What I did not like was, yes, they could use my photographer, but going to force him to buy their new 360 because they're upset because our boy at CoStar bought Matterport, so they came out with this other Fugazi machine that cost my photographer about $5,000 to get it. Just
No, it doesn't cost that much. The camera's $400.
they told me last time I spoke to them.
It's
So
you can buy it at R4.
Chopper, you're very anything you've done on Matterport since CoStar bought it is like it's the devil to Zillow now because that's their arch enemy. That's enemy number one beyond Compass.
I dropped Matterport about 5, 6 years ago because of all the websites we go on, and not all the websites could handle the amount of data that came out. Plus, my clients had problems with it, so we just do a regular walkthrough video.
So
And really, to tell you the truth, the ones that I found from doing studies and stuff, it was more the sellers using it than the buyers.
yeah, it's a pretty seller tool, right? I agree. Does anybody say hell no, I'm not interested at all? Like on looking at the showcase?
I think before they say no, they should at least go in on the call tomorrow just for 30 minutes. It's good to have to know in the future because maybe we're not giving you all the details. So I would say, Rob, before they say no, it's even if you are busy, just join the call. It's 30 minutes and just he has videos to present to all of you guys. Again, we're not trying to sell it. We just want to make sure you guys are aware that it's going to be available.
Did you send it out already? Oh, you said no. What
Not
time is
yet.
it?
Rob, do you have your Florida list ready? Because I have New Jersey ready.
Yeah. I will when we finish this Sedona, we'll go back on the Zoom with Sedona and we'll finalize that list. But again, it's not pushing it. It's just like if you want it, if it makes sense that we go under contract to save money, that's good. If it doesn't, I look at it from a very practical standpoint and say, Lynn, what's the list price of your top 2 listings that you have now?
1.9, and the one that's coming up is going to be 2.1.
Okay, so if you got 1 to 3 leads on those listings, even if you got, you did 3 listings and you got 5 leads, right? You'd probably be able to convert one of those. It probably makes sense on that high end. If you're doing $400,000 listings that sell quickly, I think it's not really making any sense.
Yeah.
And then, I do think, I neglected to say that this was pushed up to the top of the limit because we thought there might be extended marketing times on the higher price listings because of the stupid move New Jersey did to increase the tax on the sellers. So, that will give us the ability to get more buyer leads if you want. And if it doesn't make sense, don't go along with it. If you say this makes sense for me as a personal business person, that I want to have the option to do that, we're not going to commit you to it, but we just want to know what the sentiment is because we would need to make a commitment to get the best price 21 per month or whatever that is, 126 over 6 months. Doesn't have to be per month. We could put them all in on the middle of the 5th month, and then it would go for the life of the listing once it gets attached.
Rob, may I say something about the Zillow camera, the 3D camera thing?
Yep.
Now I'm co-brokering a listing with David Heller, and I just went up to Siesta Key to get a 3D tour done myself using one of those 360-degree cameras that cost about $400 to $500 from Tata. And what I've noticed is that I've been doing those tours even for $2,000 rentals now. Now that I own the camera, it will give me about 3 times as many views on Zillow as a regular listing. And the reason Zillow does that is because when I do the 360-degree tours, it is scanning every room in the property, and that information is then saved by Zillow, and we know they are a data aggregator more than anything else. And that is a way to make every listing pop on Zillow, even if it's been stale, tremendously. I've done that in a listing in Orlando where we were getting about 4 views per day on the listing, and it jumped all the way up to 45 views per day. So it may be a cheaper way to get a lot of eyes on a listing without necessarily spending the showcase money on it. The app that you use to generate the virtual tours is called Zillow 3D Home. And anyone can do it. It's extremely easy to do. You don't need a professional photographer to do it.
I can tell you, I saw Marco's listing sell in Orlando with another agent, another Remax agent of ours in Beth's office, and it wasn't selling before he came on with this idea. So I know it works.
All right, so
And
Chopper,
David,
sorry,
and they,
Chopper had 2 questions. What is the name, what is the model of the camera, and will this support, will MLS support this video? Does anyone know?
it's not a video, it's a 3D tour like Matterport.
It's
There are different types of cameras that you can buy. You can the one that a lot of people are talking about now is the Insta360, which you can buy at Costco. The one I use is the Tata SC2. You can get them at eBay used for about $250. You don't need to buy the newest and best and the latest
Yeah.
model. Any of them will basically do the same thing. It's something, Rob, that I had been waiting to talk to you and suggest that maybe it may be a worthwhile investment to have every so many offices within the Remax Select network have a camera that can be checked out. It just generates so much traffic. And Dave, if you guys look at David's in my listing in Siesta Key, it is now, David, on Zillow. It creates a floor plan that's very accurate for free, and it creates the 3D tour. David, can you tell everyone the address for our listing, please? And they can check it out on Zillow to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll put it in the, it's Dolphin Bay Way, apartment 301, Siesta Key.
Isn't
pop
it
right up.
304?
304, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at 301
And-
just now as a comp.
Yeah. So if you guys look on Zillow, that listing, it
Yeah, I'll put
has
it
a
in.
floor plan and a 3D tour that I did myself in less than 20 minutes using this camera and a free app from Zillow.
What's the price? What's the price point for that, Marco?
140.
So Marco, if you could, if we had this opportunity at that point, would you think it would be worth making that investment to have it showcased, or not enough information?
I
No,
don't
he's saying
have
not,
enough.
he's saying that this camera is got to be in all of our offices, or at least one per area of the offices. This is the information that they're using and garnering 3 to 4 times as many views per day.
The listing in Orlando that I joined this agent to try to sell had been on the market for 7 months. with only one offer. After I redid the photos and did the tour, we had 3 offers within 3 weeks, and we more than tripled our views and saves on Zillow. And even though the photos helped, I really think that the main reason we got that bump was from the virtual tour using the Zillow 3D home app.
So, Marco, if you could be on for tomorrow, that would be great. At least you could share your opinion and give your feedback to the group. Because
Absolutely.
if the camera offsets the benefit of doing the showcase, then let's save the money.
Madonna, will you be sending out the invitation to the Florida agents?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
So it's 9 o'clock, 9:02. Have a great week, everybody. And hopefully I see many of you tomorrow at, what time is it, Donna? 9?
No, hold on. It's not gonna be an 1 o'clock. 1
1
p.m.
o'clock. 1 o'clock tomorrow to accommodate Arizona.
All right. I'll send you guys a calendar later. If you do not receive it, you guys all have my number. Reach out to me and I'll make sure you have it. But all right. Thank you.
Good
Donna,
week,
can I
everybody.
have the number to call you?
201
Okay.
973
Mhm.
8226.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Morning, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.
Everybody.
Have a good